This is Mallory. She is married to Trevor, and they have two sons together. She had been planning on asking for a divorce before finding out she was pregnant with baby number 3. She is a Sam and financially dependent on her husband. This is Trevor. He is the husband of Mallory and the father to all 3 children. Before meeting Mallory, Trevor was a member of the Fundamentalist Church of Latter-day Saints, and his entire family still is. He left the church after meeting Mallory and spending 8 years in the military. This story contains trigger for religious trauma, domestic violence, and emotional manipulation. We begin this story when Mallory is 8 months pregnant. I hate my job here. I am so unfulfilled. Honestly, I just want to pack up this entire family and move away. Where is this coming from? You've always loved where we are and you've never said anything about hating your job. I do. I can't help but think about how I grew up and how happy my brothers and I were as kids. I want that for our boys too. I really want us to move back to my hometown and give it a try. My parents said we can stay with them until we find a place of our own. Wait, you talked to your family about this before you even said anything to me? I'm your wife. They actually brought it up. My father called and told me that the church wants me to come back and bring my family. I never thought they would want me to come back, but they do. So your father, the same man who kicked you out of your house after the church didn't want you there, calls you and tells you to give up your entire life here and move your family across the country to stay with them. Are we just supposed to trust that they won't kick us all out on the streets the second things don't go perfectly according to their plan? Not to mention, I am not a member of the church and don't really want to be. You don't understand. You've heard all of the lies that the news has told about the church, and you don't even know what they're really about. But they want us to come home. And my family wants to forgive me and make amends. How can we say no? This isn't a good idea. I'm not okay with it. You're just being close-minded and ignorant about it. Well, Trevor, I'm done with this conversation. I'll sleep in the boys' room tonight. What are you doing home? You're supposed to be at work. Are you sick? I didn't really feel like going today. The military won't fall apart without me for a day. Did you let your chain of command know? They'll figure it out when I don't show up, won't they? Trevor, what the heat 11? You can't do that. You don't exactly work at McDonald's. They're going to be pissed. Well then, maybe they'll do me a fucking favor and let me out of this fucking place early so I can go home like I want. Even if they do that, I don't want to move with your family. I don't want to raise the boys in the church. Then you can move wherever you want with your own money, and I will take the boys and give them the childhood they deserve. They deserve more than military life, and we can give them that back home. Hey, what happened with the bank account? I'm trying to log in and it won't let me. I need to go grocery shopping. I changed the password. Okay. What is the new password? You don't need to know that. The bank account is only in my name, and I am handling finances from now on. Okay, so does that mean you're also going to do all the shopping and pay the bills and everything else that goes with that? Because we have nothing in the house. You can apply for EFT as a single mom and claim the kids. That way we can use the money we save for the move. That's fraud. I'm not doing that. Well, I already sent a majority of my money to my dad. He's helping me with building a new house there for us. So you'll have to figure something else out. Hey, I know you're having fun on the phone with your brother right now, but can you keep it down? You're getting really loud and the boys are asleep. Dude, shut the fuck up. You're so damn stupid. Excuse me. What is wrong with you? Are you drunk or something? Yeah, I had a few beers. So what? What's your excuse for being a lazy fucking bitch? Don't act like I don't know you're cheating on me with someone on base. I'm not fucking stupid. I want to divorce Trevor, and that's Mallory. I don't know what's going on with you, but I'm not living like this, and the boys don't need to see their dad treat their mom like this and think it's normal. You aren't leaving me. I will unalive you before you leave me or take my kids from me. My parents have a farm. What do you think happens after you unalive me, Trevor? You go to jail and still don't get the kids. How is that better than just us getting a divorce and being happy? My parents would raise the kids while I was in jail. I'd rather them raise my kids instead of you taking them away from me. You aren't taking them anywhere. Shoves Mallory into the wall. Oh, Trevor, you're hurting me. Stop it. What is wrong with you? Shut the fuck up. I barely touched you. You're so fucking dramatic. As shoves her one more time. Get off of me. You're hurting me. Stop screaming. Damn. You're giving me a fucking headache. Do you ever stop whining? Walks back over to the couch and promptly passes out. Military police. We received calls about a possible domestic incident at this residence. Is everything okay here? No, it's not. He attacked me in the kitchen and shoved me into the wall multiple times. Him. He's sound asleep. He's not asleep. He passed out because he's absolutely wasted. He attacked me. Ma'am, I'm sure you two both said and did things you regret tonight, but unless you have injuries to show me, I can't do anything. It happened less than 10 minutes ago. I don't have bruises, but I'm sure my back is red from hitting the wall. Your back could be red for any number of reasons. That's hardly proof of your husband attacking you. So you won't help me. Sir, I need you to wake up for me. I understand you and your wife got into an argument tonight. Can you tell me what happened? Huh? Nothing happened. We just had a fight. No big deal. Why are you here? We got some calls from worried neighbors. No one is getting arrested tonight, but how about you go ahead and go with your commander to the barracks for the night so you two can cool down from whatever happened here tonight. We don't need to cool down. I want to press charges. He assaulted me. Ma'am, I can't help you with that when I have no evidence. This is the best I can do. If you don't want me to take him to the barracks, let me know, and I will let him go back to sleep right where he is. Fine, take him, but I will be calling the civilian police force about this. I attempted to get a restraining order against Trevor the next day, and it was denied by the judge. I was stuck on a military base with no money and no way to travel the 20 hours it would take to get to my family. At this point in my marriage, I was purely in survival mode. I didn't care what he did or didn't do. I was only focused on coming up with a plan to get my kids safely away from him after I had our last baby. I began babysitting other military members' kids during the day when Trevor was at work, and I also began ironing some of the members' uniforms for them. I saved every penny I could and hid it in the laundry room closet. I went to food banks for groceries so he wouldn't realize I was saving money. I was purely focused on getting enough money to start a new life with my kids away from him. Can I help you? You're Trevor's wife, right? Yes. Is everything okay? I'm sorry for just showing up at your house, but I didn't have your number and someone said they thought this was your place. I just wanted to let you know I saw Trevor getting arrested on my way out of work today. Arrested? What was he arrested for? I don't know, but I saw him in cuffs being put into a patrol car. I know that it can take forever for someone to be able to call home, and I didn't want you freaking out being super pregnant and all, so I figured I would let you know. Oh, okay, thank you. Do you need a ride to see if you can bail him out? No. He can sit in there until a judge lets him out. Thank you for letting me know. Welcome home, I guess. Want to tell me what you got arrested for? I failed a Dr. 0 grams test. I took an edible, and apparently that's enough to put someone in jail for the weekend. Well, Trevor, Dr. 0 grams seconds now too. It's fine, really. It was just an edible, and the judge just gave me a slap on the wrist. They're just trying to scare me into giving up on trying to get discharged early. But I can tell they're about ready to let us go home. So what's the plan when you're trying to get a job with a Dr. 0 grams arrest on your record? The church doesn't care. They want us there whatever it takes, and they will take care of us. I can't wait now. You're going to see how much better everything will be. The boys are going to thrive there. Mallory goes into labor and goes to the hospital to have their third baby. Trevor stays home with the two boys to care for them. The story picks up once Mallory returns home from the hospital. What in the Heat 11 happened here? This place is disgusting. Nothing happened. We had fun and I had some friends over to help me with the boys. There's beer cans and liquor bottles everywhere, and it looks like the boys have been neglected in their room for the entire weekend. How did you even pay for all of this alcohol? And it stinks like weed. Glances towards laundry room closet. Mallory rushes over to the closet and looks in her hiding spot. The money she had saved for weeks, almost $2,000, was gone. Mom, I don't know how I am going to get the kids out of here. He took all of my money, and there's nothing I can even do about it because we're married. It's going to be okay. We will figure something out, and it will work out. No, it's not going to be okay. He's doing everything he can to get kicked out of the military. And if he does that before I am able to get enough money to get a car to get us the 20 hours back too. You guys, we are screwed. Okay, here's what we will do. I will pull together the money and get you and the boys a plane ticket to fly here. There's a flight I can afford for you guys in about 12 days. Will you be ready in time? Yes, I'll make sure we are all ready. Thank you so much, Mom. You don't need to thank me. Just get home safe with the boys. Military police, we are here to search the premises. We have been informed that there are illegal substances hidden in this household. I have no idea what you're talking about. Sir, Mom, we are aware that there are illegal Dr. 0 Gs in the house. Now, we can either search the home and turn everything upside down until we find what we are looking for in front of the children. Oh. Or you can tell us where the Dr. OGS are. There are no Dr. OGS here. Trevor, do you know what he's talking about? Yeah, it's not a big deal. I have some stuff right over here. I'll show you and we can clear this all up. Show me, and then both of you will need to come down to the station. Officer, please. I had no idea about any of this. I cannot go to jail. My kids need me. I just had a baby a few days ago. Ma'am, you had illegal Dr. 0 Gs hidden in your home. This isn't looking good for anyone. Sir, I don't mean to overstep, but this is the house we responded to the domestic call a few weeks ago. She was heavily pregnant and he was passed out when we arrived. What's your point? He was clearly under the influence of something that night. She was not, because if she had been using, CPS would have been involved after the birth. She is very clearly the victim. And he is the perpetrator. We covered something similar in domestic violence training. Fine, if you pass the Dr. OG test at the station, I will let you go. What are you doing with the wall? And how are you not in jail? You are hiding Dr. OGS in our house. Pack up what you need and throw it in the truck. No, why are you packing up our house? Command says they're evicting us from base housing because of this. They've already started the process to discharge me, so there's no point for us to hang around. And where do you think you're moving us to? We are going to stay with my parents until our house is ready. It's a little early, but they will be happy to have us. I am not moving in here with family and living in a cult, Trevor. I'm not, and neither are the boys. You're going to need to learn how to submit to your husband. This type of attitude won't work when we are members of the church. Asterisk picks up middle son, puts him in the wall, and starts driving Asterisk. Trevor knew I would never leave without all three of my children. Once he took our middle son in the wall, he knew I would put the other two in our family car and follow him. And I did. All the way to his family's farm. Asterisk, we pick up the story when they arrive at the farm. Asterisk. Son, come here. Are you okay? Of course he's okay. He was with his father. And now we are finally home where we belong, and everything is going to be so great. Right, buddy? I told you that we are not staying here. I'm getting son, and we are going. Asterisk grabs keys from my hand. Asterisk, yes we are. Get the baby out of the car. Or he can go with me back to the house to get the rest of our stuff. You all are staying here and getting settled. Mom is already bringing the older two inside. I took the baby from the car and went inside after my older two kids and my mother-in-law. I didn't know what else to do. Well, I ran after the oldest kids. Trevor took my phone and drove off with the car, stranding us there. Where are my kids? They are just fine. They went with one of the other house mothers to their room. Now we need to get you to your room. No, you need to take me to my kids and give me a phone so I can call my family to come and get us. Oh dear, that won't do. My son told us that you will be staying with us, and as a wife you must honor his wishes. Now please, let's get you settled. I'm not getting fucking settled. I'm getting my kids and getting out of here. Asterisk flaps Mallory in the mouth. Asterisk, you will not use profanity in my home. Now please, let us go to your room before this needs to become unpleasant. Where are my kids? Please let me out of here so I can see them. They are perfectly fine. They have been having so much fun with the other children on the farm. I want to see my kids. We will take you to see them once you start to behave. They don't need to see their mother acting this way. It's shameful. You can't keep me locked in this room forever. You can't do this. Dear, this would be much easier if you would just be a godly wife and obey your husband's wishes. You haven't even eaten your dinner or breakfast. I'm not eating your cold leftovers, and I'm not staying here against my will. This is illegal. The laws of the world do not apply here. We follow the laws of God, and He wishes for you to simply stay sweet and obey your husband. That's all. Oldest, are you okay? Where is your brother? I'm okay. He is on the farm with the other kids right now. Baby, don't worry. I am going to figure out how to get us out of here. I promise, okay? Why, this is our family, right? Why do you not want to stay? This is your father's side of the family, but that doesn't mean they can keep us here without our consent. We are having fun though. We love being on the farm. If you would just follow the rules, I bet you and baby could come out and be with us all the time. I'm just so glad they let you come see me. I missed you. I'm happy to see you too, but Grandma said that if you would just stay sweet, you would be able to be outside with us. I have to go back with the other kids now. Okay, listen to Grandma. At this point, I knew that if I was ever going to be able to get my kids off of the compound and get us all to my parents' house, I had to act as though I was willing to play by their rules. I had never been a good liar, but I had to try to be allowed out of my room longer than it takes to go to the bathroom. They allowed my children to visit me in my room every few days to remind me to keep sweet until finally, after almost a month locked up, they began to let me out. I was still heavily supervised, but at least I was out of the room. By the end of the month, both of my older children were miserable being here. My oldest especially was constantly being disciplined by a preteen girl, the house mothers assigned to be in charge of my children. It unalives me that there was nothing I could do to protect my children besides pretend to follow their rules and get. We are so proud of the progress you have made over the last few weeks. I know this has been a big adjustment for you, coming from the secular world. But this is where God and your husband want you to be. Of course, I understand now that my husband is a good man, and he is doing everything he can to provide for our family. I am so thankful to have him to guide me and the children. I knew the verses I had you memorize in your room would show you how a true godly wife acts and believes. The other house mother, Trevor's father's second wife, wanted to invite you to take a walk with the babies so you two could get to know each other. I think this is a wonderful idea for you. She's only about 2 years older than you, so it will do you good having a friend the same age with a brand new baby to relate to and bond with. It's just lovely Trevor's baby and brother are able. Hi dear, Trevor is on the phone. He needs to speak to you about your recent behaviors. My behaviors, I've been good. I've done everything you've all asked of me. You've made improvements for sure, but he believes you are still lacking at where you should be now. This is very painful for him to do. Trust me, no husband wants to do this to their wife. But it is for the good of the church and our family. My husband did this to me as well. I was terrified at the time, but it made me realize my failings as a wife and mother, and our relationship was better than ever once I got back. Got back? Where did he send you? To the local mental hospital. I know, it sounds awful, but it really will change your perspective on all of this. I will give you some privacy to speak to him on the phone. Let me know when you are done. I am not going to a mental hospital, Trevor. There is nothing wrong with me. Clearly, there is something wrong with you if you think I will willingly go there. Mallory, this is exactly why you are. You aren't well. And you don't even see it. You are failing as a mother to all 3 of our boys. And this is what you need to do to fix that. There will be an ambulance to pick you up in the morning and take you in. I've arranged everything. The men coming to get you are good, godly men, and they will do exactly as they are supposed to. This will be easier if you accept this. I pray that this helps you see the right path and you come back to me ready to be a wife. Asterisk. Trevor hangs up the phone. Mallory texts her mother's number asterisk. The boys and I are being held here. I don't know if I can trust police. Come get us at this time. Do not text this number. Make sure you get some rest tonight. I know I had a hard time sleeping my first few nights there. Is there anything I can get you before I go? I know this is all my fault. And I should have tried harder so my husband would not have been put in this position. But is there any way you would allow all 3 of my babies to stay with me tonight? I have gotten used to seeing them every day on the farm. I would hate for them to be fearful or upset that I disappear without them being with me one last time, please. Now, you know it is against the rules for children to be in here besides your infant, but I remember asking the same thing before I left. That night with Trevor kept me strong through my stay. Who am I to tell you no to that? I will bring the boys to you. Please don't make a fuss in the morning though. That will upset them the most, seeing you fight this. Mom, I hate it here. Can we please go home? They're so mean, and they never let me come see you. Listen, buddy, I need your help, okay? What do you need my help with? You need to keep your brother with you at all times tonight, okay? And make sure that you both stay with me no matter what. Can you do that? Is everything okay? At some point tonight, Grandma and Grandpa are going to come, and there might be a bunch of police officers with them. And I know that sounds scary, but you guys need to stay right with me. And when they come, we will get to go with them. You really mean it. We get to go to Grandma's house. Are we coming back here? As long as I have a say, we will never come back to this place. So please just be brave and stay with me, and we will get out of here. Mom, look out the window. Those are cop car lights, right? I see them. Grandma and Grandpa must be here. I see them. Okay, buddy. I want you to hold your brother's hand super tight and don't let go. We are going to wait until you see the officers get out of their car and walk to the front door. And then we are going to run out of the room, okay? Okay, I see the police officers getting out of the car now. Asterisk, the youngest wife enters the room and slams the door behind her. Asterisk. You all need to sit down and be very quiet. The police are here, and if they find out we let you have the kids with you, they will take them away. Get away from the door now. I don't want to, but I promise I will do whatever I have to in order to get you out of my way. Mallory, you will not be leaving this room. Sit down. I can hear mother-in-law speaking to them now at the front door. Move, or I will start screaming. Then they will come in and who knows what they'll find here. And my mom can scream really loud too. And I'll scream and say there's a fire. Asterisk runs out of the room towards where mother-in-law is. Asterisk. Officers, I can assure you that Mallory and the children are not here. We are absolutely devastated that they have been missing all of this time. But they aren't here, please. You are going to wake up the children who do live here. Mallory, that's her and my grandbaby's right there. Officer, she's right there. I thought you said that they weren't here. How am I looking at the four of them when they aren't here? Asterisk, Mallory's mother runs into the house and grabs the two oldest children. Asterisk. Mallory, please, don't do this to my son. I know we have been tough on you, but we have just been trying to help you and your family. Please don't leave. Stay. Let us help you. Don't take my grandchildren away from their family. They belong here with us. You all do. We love you. You love me so much you wanted to send me to a mental hospital and locked me up for months. You were free to leave whenever you wanted to. You know that. You chose to stay so you wouldn't be away from your boys. You chose this, but if you stay, we will make sure you don't have to go anywhere, and the boys can stay in your room every night. My daughter is not fucking staying with you. Get out of our way. Ma'am, please move out of the way and let her and the children through. They clearly do not wish to stay.